If we want to see change in the world, we have to be the change. We have to be the change. And, you know, many of us have been out there on the front lines as activists for many years. And what's actually changed? You know, it hasn't worked, has it? So we have to be that. We have to be the peace. We need to embody what it is that we want to see in the world. And so a practice like this, any kind of practice of meditation or prayer, brings us into that place within ourselves where something new can happen, where we can catch our breath, we can stop for a minute. And out of that place, we begin to see a new way. We see what's needed. We're less reactive. We are more loving, caring, compassionate. Not to say that protest isn't sometimes called for. I think again of the women of Liberia who they stopped that war because they went out on the street and they fasted and they prayed and they demonstrated for peace. They'd had enough of war, of their sons and husbands and fathers getting killed and engaging in this violent conflict. And so they finally said, we've had enough. And they stopped taking care of their sons and fathers and husbands, and they went out on the street and said, enough is enough. But they did it nonviolently. It was Muslim and Christian women who came together to pray, which is unusual. And they stopped a war. And the women who stopped the war got a Nobel Prize for that. And they elected the first woman president of any country in Africa. Protest is called for. But when it works is when we're connected to something, as I said, so much larger than ourselves. And the change that is needed to sustain the planet now is, in a way, something that we can't conceive of from the mind that created it. It's hard to know what to do from inside the system that has got us into this mess. So we're looking for a new story. We're looking for a new way of being. And maybe that new way of being is also a very old way of being. And we need to bring our worlds together. I like to think of cultivating inner peace as preventative medicine. That before things get out of hand in our own lives, for example, if we're practicing deeply, cultivating calm and peace in our own lives, we're able to see so much more clearly and act so much more compassionately and so much less reactively, that we also know what to do in response to problems that arise in our lives. So before things get out of hand, before conflict arises, we take care of ourselves in this way. As we become more stable in that place of calm and peace within ourselves, and within our immediate relations, then we're able to extend out, further and further in our work and in our lives, to addressing some of the larger issues and problems. We see through the cracks, the little tiny cracks where the light comes in, like the song goes. We begin to see, and something new opens up that we hadn't seen before. And that's where the solutions are. That's where the gifts that sustain life are. And we have so much to learn from nature, because nature, it's all there. We make it so much more complicated by getting in the way. All my good ideas, I think, are so important and so brilliant. They actually make more of a mess of things, usually. And when I can offer up what I think is so the way it should be, and allow for this new thing to come through or to unfold, I'm amazed at what transpires. This quality of caring that we connect with through a practice like the Earth Treasure Vases, in relationship to places that we love and care about, or communities that are special to us. In Buddhism, we call that bodhicitta, the wish to that all beings may be happy and have peace in their lives, and that we realize we're not alone. We're in this together. It's all connected. So where I leave off and you begin is a permeable membrane. So what I cultivate within myself is affecting you, and what you are cultivating is affecting me. So let's turn our attention together to cultivating what we know is going to benefit the whole earth. We're all connected to the trees and the rocks and the rivers and the mountains and each other. And we each have a role to play in fulfilling the purpose of life on earth. And so let's turn our attention to what is going to support the fulfillment of the purpose of life on earth for each of us. And together, contribute to this beautiful dance of life. Mother Earth is such an incredible embodiment of, that we are also a part of. So what I cultivate ripples out into this fabric that connects us.